Good morning, 12th standard. As all of you know that we are discussing the chapter Biomolecules, in which we have already discussed about the different types of saccharides, that is monosaccharide, oligosaccharide, polysaccharide, based on their units of hydrolysis. And we have also discussed about the monosaccharide, that is glucose, in which we have already done its preparation, and today we are going to discuss about its structure. So if we are talking about the glucose, so as all of you know that it is an aldohexose, and it is also known as dextrose. Okay beta, और ये sweet sugar भी होता है. It is the monomer of many larger carbohydrates like starch, cellulose, and basically it's a very abundant organic compound on earth. As you can see here, that its structure is like this, like CHO, CHOH for whole 4, CH2OH. So आपके इसमें aldehydic group होता है, that's why, and 6 carbon total number are there, so that's why it is known as aldohexose. ठीक है बेटा. Next आ जाता है हमारा, there is the, we are going to discuss about its basically the evidences for its structure. So अगर हम इसके molecular formula की बात करते हैं, then it is C6H12O6. And now we are going to discuss about its open structure, which we have discussed. So on prolonged heating, if we heat it with Hi, hydrogen iodide, then it gives a normal hexane. As all of you can see here, that 6 carbons are linked in a straight line. So from here we can say that it consists of 6 carbons. It when it reacts with a hydroxyl amine, NH4OH, then it forms an oxime, as you can see here in the figure, CH double bond NOH. देखिए बेटे, जो CHO बॉन्ड है वो टूटा और वहां पर CHO बॉन्ड में क्या हुआ, C डबल बॉन्ड O की जगह C डबल बॉन्ड NOH लगा, and H, rest of the structure will remain same. Similarly, when it reacts with hydrogen cyanide, then it gives the molecule cyanohydroxyl. So in this one, C double bond O पे जो था आपका COH आया, and CN is also attached with it. So there is the, again we can say that the CHO bond that react, that participating in the reaction and gives the product. Similarly, when glucose is oxidized to gluconic acid with the help of a mild oxidizing agent, and that is bromine water. ठीक है, तो इसमें भी क्या हुआ कि जब ब्रोमीन वाटर के साथ आपका ग्लूकोज को क्या कराया गया है, आपका रिएक्शन कराया गया, तो ये देखिए C डबल बॉन्ड OH जो था, इट कन्वर्टेड इनटू C डबल बॉन्ड OH. ठीक है, so it means oxygen is added in it, or that is added with the help of a oxidizing agent, and which shows that it must contain the carbonyl group, that is aldehyde group. Acetylation of glucose, that gives your shows that it contains 5 hydroxyl groups. So अब 5 hydroxyl groups जो हैं, that also we can prove it when the glucose reacts with the acetic anhydride. Formula पता होगा आप लोगों का, CH3CO O whole twice O. ठीक है, then that gives us a CHO. अब इसमें देखो बेटा, CHO नहीं आपका participate कर रहा, only the hydroxyl groups that is converted into OCOOCH3. So here 4 hydroxyl groups are present, so that hydroxyl is converted OCOCH3, या हम CH3COO कह दें, and the last one OH is also converted into CH3COO. Fine बच्चे, so that it shows the presence of 5 hydroxyl group. Next आ जाता है, when we are oxidizing glucose with nitric acid, because nitric acid is also a strong oxidizing agent, then it converted into the gluconic acid, or we can say the glucose. Both in the presence of nitric acid under oxidation gives us saccharic acid. which shows that there is a presence of primary alcoholic group. ठीक है, तो 1 degree का alcoholic OH group होता है आपका, इसमें present होता है. Like for example, here you can see that when it reacts, so CHO converted into COOH. ठीक है, CHO converted into COOH, and gluconic acid also, like here देखो बेटा, CHO converted into COOH, and similarly the last carbon CH2OH that also converted into COOH. तो oxidized हुए first और last वाले. ठीक है, तो 1 degree का अल्कोहल था तभी चेंज हो पाया COOH में, और आपका इधर भी ग्लूकोनिक एसिड में भी COOH CH2OH था. That in that one case also it gives a CH2OH is converted into COOH. Next is about the Fisher formula. If we are talking, तो हमने ये पहले भी मैंने आपको समझाया था that the exact spatial arrangement जो होती है different OH groups की, that is given by the Fisher as represented here. Gluconic acid and saccharic acids are represented by second and third, in which OH positions you can see that like in the glucose, that is second carbon पर जो OH है that is present on the left and right hand side, whereas on the third carbon it is present on the left hand side. Whereas in the gluconic acid case, the rest of the structure that is same, but in this one there is a hydroxyl group that is, as you can see, first and second structures that are almost similar one. ठीक है, COOH CH2OH का. Or in third one case, if you can see that that is of a structure of saccharic acid. So both first and last carbon पर there are the what, there are carboxylic acid groups present. ठीक है, so this we have already discussed बेटा that glucose को D plus glucose भी कहते हैं, because D represents the positive configuration or dextrorotatory. D और L जो होते हैं optical activity से कोई relation नहीं होता, they just indicate the relative configuration of particular isomers of glyceraldehydes basically, जिनमें की एक asymmetric carbon आपका present होता है और वो दो enantiomeric forms में present होता है. Like this is D positive glyceraldehyde, जिसमें कि hydroxyl group जो है that is present on the right hand side, whereas negative glyceraldehyde और levoglyceraldehyde भी बोलते हैं इसको, in which hydroxyl group is present on the left hand side. ठीक है, so all the compounds which are correlated to the positive isomer, जिसमें positive side पे आपका ग्लिसरल्डिहाइड या हाइड्रोक्सिल ग्रुप प्रेजेंट होगा तो उन्हें डी कॉन्फ़िगरेशन कहते हैं, जिसमें माइनस आइसोमर में जैसे कि लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में आपका हाइड्रोक्सिल ग्रुप होगा तो उसे एल कॉन्फ़िगरेशन कहते हैं. एंड दैट्स व्हाई विद रिस्पेक्ट टू द ग्लिसरल्डिहाइड पोजीशन ऑफ हाइड्रोक्सिल ग्रुप present on the lowest asymmetric carbon is deciding that whether the compound gets D configuration or L configuration. Okay बच्चे, next like D glyceraldehyde, ये देखिए lower carbon में D में left right hand side में OH है और last वाले carbon पे अगर OH देखेंगे आप तो right hand side में, that's why it is known as D plus glucose. If we are talking about the cyclic structure, तो जैसा बताया गया कि जो मेन ओपन स्ट्रक्चर था that was not explained all the properties of the glucose, like glucose do not gives a skiff test and hydrogen sulfide addition product with sodium hydrogen sulfide despite it is having the aldehyde group. Similarly, pentaacetate of glucose जो था that do not react with hydroxyl amine, which indicates the absence of CHO group. So for and the third one is also that interconversion of alpha and beta that could not be explained by open chain structure. ठीक है, तो that forms a cyclic hemiacetal structure and glucose forms a 6-member ring, जिसमें कि hydroxyl which is present at the carbon fifth carbon पर जो present था that is involved in the ring formation and which involves the absence of CHO ग्रुप. देखो बेटा अल्फा में अगर आप यहाँ पर देखो तो एक तो C डबल बॉन्ड O गायब हो गया आपका, जो आपका कार्बन था देखो फिफ्थ कार्बन ये जो है that gives O and which is connected directly with the first figure अल्फा टी ग्लूकोज में देखें, बीटा टू ग्लूकोज में भी फिफ्थ कार्बन का CO और जो which is connected further with the first carbon. और ये हुआ कैसे है, फिफ्थ कार्बन जो है ये देखो OH जो है that goes to the first carbon, और यहाँ पर जो है O जो हो गया वो क्या हो गया, कॉमन बन गया, और OH जो है आपका वो साइड्स में आ गया, कॉर्नर्स में आ गया, रीअरेंज कर दिया अपनी पोजीशंस को. So that is all about the cyclic group. In these two forms, they just differ only the OH group at C1. C1 पर दोनों की positions क्या है, different है, and that's why these are known as the anomeric carbon, और इन्हें हम anomers कहते हैं. 6-membered cyclic structure glucose को pyranose structure भी कहते हैं, because they are giving alpha or beta glucose. Pyron is nothing but it is acyclic organic compound. ठीक है, acyclic organic compound with one oxygen atom, एक ऑक्सीजन और 5 कार्बन एटम्स इन द रिंग होंगे. लाइक एज यू कैन सी हियर दैट हवर्थ स्ट्रक्चर में पायरान एक ऑक्सीजन है, बाकी सारे कार्बन है. ग्लूकोपायरानोस एक ऑक्सीजन आ गई आपकी, है ना, ये एक ऑक्सीजन आ गई और बाकी फिफ्थ कार्बन पर, और बाकी सारे क्या हैं आपके कार्बन अटैच्ड है HOH के साथ. ठीक है, सिमिलरली यहाँ बीटा में भी देखिए ऑक्सीजन इज देयर and rest all are present here as a what, there is your oxygen is present at one carbon, instead of one carbon there is one oxygen. 6 की रिंग है बेटा. अब इसमें डिफरेंस अल्फा और बीटा में क्या है, HOH का ऑन फर्स्ट कार्बन पर अगर आप देखोगे रिंग स्ट्रक्चर में, तो हाइड्रोक्सिल ग्रुप जो है दैट इज प्रेजेंट ऑन द अल्फा में हमारा लेफ्ट हैंड साइड को है, और बीटा में हमारा right hand side for. Now we are talking about the another one important monosaccharide, that is fructose, which is a ketohexose and which is obtained by the hydrolysis of sucrose. Fructose में keto group जो होता है वो second carbon पे होता है, as you can see here in the figure, and 6 carbons straight line में होता है like glucose, and this is also known as the D-fructose, which resemble to the glyceraldehyde D isomer. ठीक है, देखो हाइड्रोक्सिल ग्रुप लोएस्ट कार्बन पे आपका राइट हैंड साइड में, ठीक है. सो दैट इज ओपन स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ ग्लूकोज. इट आल्सो एग्जिस्ट इन द सिमिलर मैनर टू साइक्लिक फॉर्म्स ऑब्टेन्ड बाय द एडिशन ऑफ OH एट फिफ्थ कार्बन. ठीक है, ये देखो फिफ्थ कार्बन का OH हमने एड अप किया, ऑक्सीजन O में कन्वर्ट किया O, और रिंग फॉर्म्ड जो हुई वो 5 मेंबर्ड की हुई. हियर इट इज 5 मेंबर्ड, दैट्स व्हाई इट इज लाइक अ फ्यूरान. ये फ्यूरान की तरह है बच्चे, whereas this one is like a 6-membered ring pyran. ठीक है, this is the difference here. Fine, furan, and here you can see similarly oxygen is related, fifth carbon की जो है one oxygen is present here at the fifth carbon, and rest there will be the cyclic structure. Like cyclic structure, there are again 2 anomers which are represented by the Haworth structures अल्फा एंड बीटा. यहाँ पर देखिए, अब आप ये देखो रिंग में फर्स्ट कार्बन पे हाइड्रोक्सिल ग्रुप आपका राइट हैंड साइड में है, और इधर आपका लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में है. हाइड्रोक्सिल ग्रुप देखिए दोनों पोजीशंस अलग अलग पे जा रहे हैं. रेस्ट ऑफ द पोजीशंस ऑफ हाइड्रोक्सिल एंड हाइड्रोजन दैट विल रिमेन द सेम वन. ठीक है, सो दैट्स व्हाई इट इज अल्फा फ्रुक्टोफुरानोस and beta fructofuranose. Next is about the disaccharides. This we will do in the next one class. Today we have discussed about the cyclic structure of glucose as well as the fructose. Just go through it again and read it from your NCERT book. Thank you.